This is one of the more complicated guys over here. This guy up here. You see, he's got that whole story. That's his whole long story. And like one or two of the others, they just say, oh, I'm looking for a nice man with a good job and a nice place to live. This guy has got a whole kind of like thing that he needs here. And I can't even read half of it. I saw poncha and malasadas. We could do poncha and malasadas, I think, eh? Don't you think so? We can do, it's carnival. We could do sonhos. Have you had sonhos yet? Have you had sonhos yet? We need to find out why they all have these. And who comes up with them. Like, who comes up with all the stories?
I think it's the locals.
You think it has to be the locals, but I mean, I wonder if it's like the kids or something. Like this one is just like, será que pessoas? Yeah, I think it's just their thoughts. But we can't read them with all the hair in front. Pretty deep. I don't even understand it, Luis. There's a Tuj. Que Tuj? Is it a brand? Uma marca? Tuj.
It's a brand.
It's a brand, hey. I'm not good with brands. I'm not a Prada kind of guy. So there's a Tuj a Valentino. So from Tuj a Valentino to Guess to Prada, o compadre da chega por malas não perdoa nada. Doesn't forgive anybody for the bags. What does that mean? Like he just takes the bags and he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? As we mentioned before, this is the start of Carnival, of the carnival season. I'm not a big carnival guy, right? I'm not into the whole like carnival thing, but a lot of people are crazy for it. I think I'll probably become more of a carnival person once my kids grow up, or my kid, should I say, grows up. Because I've seen the kids go crazy for carnival. And in school and everything, it's pretty cute. Apparently this festival is the start of the carnival season, and people the Madeirans love to make fun of the political stuff at carnival, especially in the Trapelhão parade, which is in Funchal, the slapstick parade, which is coming up, I think, next week. And then also apparently, yeah, from what we've seen with the bags. So if you want to see more about this stuff, we made a video about Carnival last year, I think it was, or the year before. So there's already some carnival action on this channel. But today, I don't want to get too hardcore into Carnival. Let's go get a coffee and figure this out. But we're going to talk about the history, or a little bit of the history about Santana. And today is one of those days that we are discovering together. I have some things here in my bag and we're going to figure it all out. So come with me, let's have some coffee. Hey Luis, some coffee, maybe a little snack. Maybe we can find some sonhos, no? Maybe?
Some sweet dreams.
And some sweet dreams. And a coffee. Let's go, let's check it out. All right, well, coffee's a little bit cool. I don't mind cold coffee. I believe my grandfather used to love cold coffee. But I don't mind cold coffee because we were having a great chat with the people here from the bar, Bar Encontro. Como é que é? Vai o encontro ou encontro só? Ponte de Encontro. The starting point. So we're starting today at the Ponte de Encontro. And this is a lovely old little bar that is family owned. And the lady told me that it was bought in 1967. That it was one of the first places around here. She said just across the street, which is now the other bar, the other restaurant, Spiga, which is also a nice place. That used to be the pharmacy. This used to be the mercearia bar. So this is where people would buy their, their groceries. Most of you will, especially if you've done a tour with us, then you'll know that we like to stop at the mercearias, the old grocery stores. So this was a small grocery store and bar that is now apparently famous for their sandwiches. So we're going to try a sandwich and some desserts, which we can all kind of guess what it is that apparently is very good here, which we have had here before. Off the top of my head, we're obviously going to show the houses. We're going to talk about the A-frame houses of Santana. We're going to be talking about a little bit about the carnival and the festival. That the girls have already been so nice in actually explaining a little bit more about it, and we've missed it. We missed it. I was like telling Luis that we need to get the fireworks, because whenever we do a kind of a festival in Madeira, it starts with fireworks, and we missed the fireworks. So it's one of those days. But Luckily, we have some pastel nata, so less yapping. We're gonna eat some pastel nata and we're gonna make a plan. And then, you know, we're gonna get into it. This could be the first like section, whatever it is. Usually, you know, people love numbers, you know, it's gotta be like 3 things or 5 things or 7 things. This can be the first thing, is bar encontro. Wow, yeah.
Hit the road approved.
Here is the program, and as you can see, we are over here, and today is the Thursday of the comadres, the women's Thursday. So apparently it's the women's kind of chance to make fun of the men. So we have a very typical kind of tradition here. It's called a speak, where they start rapping to each other and you know, kind of making fun of each other. And today the women are making fun of the men. Apparently next week Thursday is the compadres Thursday, so the men making fun of the women. But anyway, it's gonna be a big party this weekend. You ready, Luis?
Let's go.
Let's get out of here. So I'm not gonna pretend to know, but it is this one, yes. Here it is, because it's inaugurated on the 1st of June, is it? Sixth month is June, right? So this is the Fontenário de Santana, if I'm not mistaken. So usually I've got Lisa with me on these videos, so you guys might have already seen the history videos that we did in Funchal, in Câmara de Lobos, and in Mexico as well. And I love having Lisa with me because she's the historian, right? I love good stories, but I'm not a historian. I can barely remember people's names, never mind dates and things like that. It's just not my thing, right? But we just found out that Santa Ana, and this might sound stupid, but this is it, we're learning every day. Santa Ana is Jesus's grandfather, all right? Grandmother. Grandmother. You can keep that in, I don't mind. That's it. Now, why was Santa Ana, why was this place the birthplace of, you know, Jesus' grandmother? Why did it become that? I'm not sure. But it's nice to see that this is something of kind of patronal, how do I say patronal? Some cultural importance, we can say. The fountain. So today we're gonna drink from Jesus' grandmother's fountain. And I think that's enough for number 2. You guys let me know in the comments, you know, all the guides that are watching this and be like, this guy doesn't know anything. Write it in the comments, let me know. I love learning, okay? I don't know everything, all right? So this is one thing. In this video, we're gonna talk about some things I know, some things I don't know, because we're also learning. So yeah, that's it. Let's get some water. Should we get some water? Whoever drinks of this water is very special. We'll say special. One of my favorites. This is the traditional Santana house. This is what everybody kind of first thinks about when you hear about Santana, is these houses. And there are quite a few around. So I've got one special one that I am not showing for the vlog, right? There's things that I love so much that I'm keeping it to myself. And of course, if you come out on a tour with us, then you'll see what we're talking about. But this one over here serves the purpose to explain what it is that we are looking at. And up here in Santana, we are actually on a bit of a plateau. So it's a couple of 100 meters above sea level. I actually don't even know how many it is. But basically, it was very difficult to get building materials to places like Santana in the past. So they needed to build these houses with whatever they had around them. So they built a lot out of wood. They made this wooden A-frame house. This was kind of like the roof. Some had stone, volcanic stone in the bottom to make the walls, right? They would make an A-frame house, and then they would put wheat. They would use wheat or rye cereals that they were growing here in Santana to create the roof. And the triangle is a strong structure. So if you're not using you know, very good building materials, then you've got a strong structure for something to not collapse, right? It's that simple. They kind of just made a house with whatever they had around them. And then there's the story of the colors, right? So I've not found any information yet exactly on why they painted different colors. After seeing this, the initial thing of these of the Compadre festival, I would say, is because the people are so full of color themselves. It might be a little bit kind of how do I say it, a little bit cringy in a way, not cringy but like silly, but maybe, right? But there is an old folklore legend. Somebody told me once that they said that the town drunk could not find his way home, so he painted his house so when he was drunk he could see which house was his. And that probably could have some truth to it. Or everybody painted their houses, so we don't know, right? When I think about these houses, I think about what Madeira used to be. I think about the struggle, right? Because this place was a poor place and it was a very difficult place to live. And I think about that. People just see these nice, beautiful houses. I see struggle. I did forget something. So there is so much to talk about, but we're gonna try and do a short video. 2001, the first of the first of 2001. Hello. Hi. You watchers?
Yes.
You know me from YouTube. Anyway, like I was saying, this is the first city, all right? Santana was considered officially a city in 2001. First city to be established in Madeira in the 21st century, which is pretty cool. The first or the only. I don't think there's another one. So yeah, fun fact, I saw the date and I was like, ah, I knew we were going to talk about this. So I do know some things, huh? Hey Lisa, where are you now, Lisa? No, I'm kidding.
You gotta do like the Salt Bay.
The Salt Bay thing. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the most famous club sandwich in Santana, if not the most famous club sandwich in Madeira, apparently, right? We are at Ponte de Encontro in Santana. It's here in the kind of town of Santana, city of Santana, apparently city, right? And we are trying this place. I've never been here before. In fact, I've never eaten here before. I've had ponche here before. But we are trying the club sandwich. Yet another one for the vlog over there. So taste test, I guess. Hey, we're gonna do it. We're gonna shoot two birds with one stone. We're gonna do the taste test. Oh, this is like one big, look at this. It's soft, at least, thankfully, for the teeth. I love making ponche, especially for the sogra, alright, for my mother-in-law. And I used to make it with orange, lemon, honey and rum like many people do. And now I just make it with lemon and honey. And ironically, this is how they make it here with reizinho, rum, which is pretty special. Honey from Santana. So this is 100%, well, I mean, the rum's not from Santana, but yes, this is fantastic. Tchim tchim, a nossa, o ponto de encontro. Obrigado. It's nice, man. Next to Santana, São Jorge, which is actually a parish in Santana. So in Santana has a couple of parishes. From what I've seen, that the first kind of settlement of Santana was in the 16th century, but the only official stuff came a couple of hundred years later. And I'm not even going to try, like I said before, say things that I don't know. But look at this view right here. It's just stunning. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in Santana. See here, serragem d'água, the water soar. I've never been in there. It's crazy. There's so much here. This is a true testament to how big Madeira is and how many things there are in Madeira, because there's still things that I haven't seen. And I spend my life exploring Madeira. right?
Always learn.
Always learning. We're always learning. Serragem da água. We've got to go up here. We can walk up there. I'm not taking my car up here. After I just spoke about people with the rental cars driving their cars up to the top, we're not going to do that. Oh, we're going to park next to the elevator. Apparently, you guys should know what a levada is by now, but apparently the levada is what powers this mill. So yeah, I know the other mill down here, but this mill I do not know, so let's go and explore. First time. I don't think there's anyone here. I think this is just like being closed down, but it's probably in here. Let's see if the door, I think I saw a door here. No, even the lock is. So let's see if we can figure this out, but this is it. Serragem da Achadinha, apparently. And I did read, the only saw that's being used with water in the region. It says, and I don't know how big is the region. And it's considered since 1998 a monument of local value, local valor local, local interests, should we say. The levada brings the water, pushes the water, will push a mill and to cut, you know, a machine, gear kind of thing, to cut wood. I was actually quite interested to see this. So the water will pass and that'll turn the machine and that will then power the saw to cut the wood. Maybe one day we'll come back here, but we can see the other mill. So let's move on to point number 4, right? This is it, the second water mill of Achadinha, point number 4 or 5 on our list, I can't remember. It's only been one pointer. I do come here every now and then. Like I say, it's not an area I like to kind of visit too much, but I have been here before, and this is basically to grind corn, right? Maize meal. So we're gonna go and have a look at how it works. And again, it's been a while, but let's see.
Este é o único moinho na ilha da Madeira, de momento, como património cultural. Nasceu em 1700 e já tem agora 324 anos. Isto vai passando de mão em mão, sempre em
na sua família.
Familiares e outros. E há um prémio que ganha Madeira, são os outros prémios. Até há 100, 7, toda a gente. E depois a água vem de Elevado do Rei, entra aqui num tubo com 25 metros, no fundo, debaixo da terra. Chega aqui abaixo, tem duas reduções, onde a água, duas reduções, onde as águas vai uma para a esquerda, outra para a direita, e faz movimentar as pedras, cerca de 1010 kg. E moe o milho, o trigo e o centeio. E cada hora, cada pedra moe 6,5 kg de farinha. Isto é o biológico e o orgânico, é a mesma qualidade. E com este milho se faz o nosso milho tradicional madeirense, está aqui. E cada quilo de milho dá 6 pratos de milho para 6 adultos. Tinha aqui a farinha de trigo para fazer o bolo do caco, fazer o panquecas, fazer arroz, todo o pão e coisa. Isto é aquilo que se chama a farinha do bolo do caco, não é aquela farinha que vem de fora. Isto é biológica, é orgânica, é mesmo própria da ilha.
Você é da África do Sul, não é?
Eu estive na África do Sul, 55 anos.
55 anos na África do Sul, também eu.
Teve?
Não 55 anos, mas
tu também estive lá bastante.
E nasci lá.
Nasci lá.
Você era de onde? Welcome?
Não, quando eu fui para a África do Sul, eu tinha 25 anos. E foi em 1965 que fui para a África do Sul, para o Witbank.
Queres mandar aí um recado à malta da África do Sul?
Eu só dei para a África do Sul, os grandes amigos nossos portugueses são grandes trabalhadores daquele país. A Madeira é bonita e boa e tudo o que se pode fazer cá, mas quem está bem deixa ficar bem, porque na nossa ilha nem tudo o que queremos temos. Na África do Sul, mesmo com a insegurança que temos lá, a gente se tiver cuidado, a gente faz melhor vida que faz na nossa ilha.
É verdade.
Isso é uma garantia, digo-lhe muito francamente. Eu nasci aqui, mas aqui está-se o nome todo.
Isso aí.
Sempre.
Com muitos. Como é que você chama?
Meu nome é Carlos Matos.
Carlos Matos, Sr. Carlos. Muito obrigado, Sr. Carlos.
Muito obrigado pela sua presença, muito obrigado para a publicidade que está a fazer.
Olha.
E os nossos amigos da África do Sul que não se esqueçam que a nossa terra é boa em tudo, de segurança, mas para passar férias, não para outra coisa. É. Só isso que eu digo, o aconselho.
I love looking back and looking back at this, right? Looking back at our history, looking back at what we've gone through as a people, right? The Madeiran people is something that we need to be proud of, right? And just yesterday, it's really weird because just yesterday I was out here racing go-karts with the Hit the Road team. And now we're back here filming about the old bridge over here. This is the old bridge of São Jorge to Faial, if I'm not mistaken. Ponte Velha do Faial, the old bridge of Faial. It was inaugurated in 1904, which is actually earlier than I would have thought, if it was in fact the road that cars would have gone on. Maybe it was part of the old the royal path, so maybe it was a hiking bridge. I'm not sure. It was inaugurated in 1904 and it was known as the Ponte de Sete Bocas, the bridge with 7 mouths, right? And it's because it's got 7 arcs, or at least it had 7 arcs. And this used to be a river over here. So it had 130 meters. This bridge was 130 meters connecting the two kind of zones next to the river, right? And it says here that in 1984, on the 1st of May 1984, 4 of the arcs were destroyed with, I think it was rain. Mild temp, bad weather. On that bombshell, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Okay, this was supposed to be a little bit more informative. In fact, I even came prepared. Hold on, I need to get something before we end this off. So I didn't want the video to be as big as this book, right? And I bought this book really for you guys. This is my 2025 project, all right, just to get reading. Look at this, 1,200 and something, so almost 1,300 pages. And I didn't want this video to look like this book, right? So I brought this with me because I needed to do some homework. I haven't, like I said, started, but I will start soon. So you guys can expect more of these history videos. We've already planned another 2 or 3, some interesting ones. Porto Santo's coming up soon. So you guys like and subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. And of course, if you're coming to Madeira for the best tours in the world, hittheroadmadeira.com. You won't regret it. All right, it's been a long week. It's Thursday and I can't wait to get home to relax because next few days is a little bit more relaxing. We're gonna be filming again on Saturday, but tomorrow is kind of off. So I'm happy. Hope you guys are having a good one. And yeah, Luis?
Let's hit the go-karts.
Let's hit the go-karts again? No. Let's hit the track. Let's hit the track. Let's hit the road. Yes. Let's hit the road. That was fun. That was fun yesterday. If only we had filmed it. We didn't film anything. We just took photos. But it was fun. I think we'll do it again. Yeah.
Next time, bring your GoPro.
What about now, Francinha?
Oh.
Hey?